Whoopee.
Something blisters, what an almighty racket. Have you bells for feet?
Huh?
What's your name, lad? If I'm to hold a grudge, best to know the name.
I'm Cal.
Is that an Irish
This is
snail?
BD1.
My bantam old mum dubbed me Skoova Stev. Skoova the Fisher, am I?
You know, there's a fish tank down in Pyloon Saloon that could use some attention.
Pylon Saloon? That'll have infested watering hole down in yon valley.
All right. Yet I asked.
Ah, fine, twist my arm. I'll do it. Meet me at the saloon and we'll appraise this so-called tank.
This man says Skoova Stove. Skoova Stev. Not Scuba Steve. Skoova Stev. A master fisherman obsessed with his craft. Skoova Stev is a fount of wisdom, knowledge, and encouragement. As long as the topic is about fishing. Yo, Michaela!
Ah, Ken, you couldn't stay away. You didn't forsake the sea spray once it's missed in your gums.
Thank God
I
for
guess
subtitles.
You're the aspect of a fisher, lad. And, lucky for you, we're perched just above the lair of the sea fish.
Sea fish, huh?
That's right.
That's
An
right.
impossible catch.
That's
No
right.
fisher in the right mind would pursue such a
Aye.
quarrelsome foe. No fisher, but Skoova Stev.
But Skoova Stev. Oh! He's diving. Where's he going? He got a fish? What'd you get, bud? Oh, my word, an aquarium fish. Oh, this is my guy right here. Hey, I'm back.
You see that
Oh, I see it.
That was pretty impressive.
That was impressive.
Still think I'm small time, eh?
Nah, brother.
No, I believe
Well
you.
then, I've no choice but to regale you with my bleak-most history.
It's
Give
not
me a moment, and I'll tell you a thing or two about old Skoova Stev. So, you wish to prick up your ears and receive the tale of Skoova?
Give me a Stella
Sharing
Skittle. I can't do it.
stories? We'll listen.
Thank you.
Then you be a fool, my lad. A sordid tale will bring you nothing but grief and woe.
Okay, well, if you're not sharing stories, we'll...
Oh, fine, I'll tell you. At your own insistence, and at your own peril.
My own
My
peril.
story begins in a small village on the frozen banks of Sakavita, my home world. Nights black as quillfish in it. Winters so cold, a stern look could turn you to glass.
Doesn't sound like the easiest place to grow up.
Difficult, aye. From the moment your mother's milk froze on your tongue to the moment you foundered upon frozen streets. You see, the fishes, they had the right of it. They dwelt far below the ice, where warm currents danced like ribbons in the wind. To fish so scarce a quarry, on account of the great fish famine, well, it's nearly a mild undertaking. But for all me belly-aching now, there's a peaceful enough life for a wee Sakavian with an instinct for the rod.
So you discovered
Scoop.
your talent early.
Hell yeah, Scuba Steve.
Such a talent was I, that as a lad, me hardly sporting my first prickly chin hair, I was given an audience with Undan. But that be a tale for another time.
Mordin. I mean, this guy just has... I look at this guy. He just got a story.
Oh, and some advice, lad.
My nose.
If you're planning to scale the mountain, you'll need to keep a strong grip.
I mean, I am a Jedi, brother. Can I swim in these waters? Free data disc. By the way, Scuba Stev is here. Hey, Bubs, what's up, brother? You gonna give me a fish?
Watch where you look, laddie.
All right,
A
mate.
frightful Rayfish is known to stun its quarry with a blinding flash of light.
All right,
I
mate.
guess you have a plan,
That's
though.
not how he sounds.
Cal, you kindly lover. Sometimes I forget you're only half cooked around the gills. The Rayfish has attracted less kindly fishers, however. Once, I knew a noble who deigned to keep one as a pet.
Look at the master go to work. You see that chest down there? I got a Rayfish. Hell yeah. Thanks, bro.
Got her safely away. Oh, but the noble was
A blinding Rayfish. Look at that guy. He's fucking cute.
so lucky. She paraded the Rayfish at a gala, and the guest of honor, a senator, lost her eyesight peering in the tank.
Blinded by greed, huh?
Huh? Oh, aye. Good one.
Aye, indeed.
Yeah, all right, that's enough.
Chill out, Cabra. You're doing too much.
Where were we? Ah, yes. By virtue of my prodigious fishing talents, I was taken to see the mysterious one they call Oondun. I can see it still. Wee Skoova, ushered into yon black-mouthed cave. I could barely make out the figure, glinting with moonlight. I scrubbed my eyes, like a old tar scrubbing the deck. And there she was, a vast creature.
Oh, does she blow a lot, eh?
Blooming from her blubber, like cables gorging on a fuel tank. One of the tentacles twitched into the air, just over my head, and then, wham!
Wham!
Right on the noggin, so I'm told. I staggered out the cave like a lover first acquainted with the deck. But something else happened. I think when that fell tentacle struck me, Oondun took something straight out of my brain and put something else in.
She put something in your brain?
Aye, boy. The subtle art of catching a fish. The art of focus. And in the dark, with nothing but the bristles on your chin for company, that focus is special. From that day forward, when I plunged my line into the frigid waters, it would emerge with a fish. 3 times out of 7.
That's less than half.
My village told me that I'd be the one to save them from the great fish famine. Little did I know that the grapnel was soon to arrive on our shores.
Gonna assume that's a bad thing.
Perhaps, lad. And perhaps not. But that'll be a story for another time.
All right, like I love Skoova.
Dangerous spot to catch a fish.
Hell yeah, brother.
Nay, dangerous fish to catch a sport.
Hell yeah, brother.
Sure.
Aye, that one slipped the line. But sarcasm is weak bait. Besides, I've gathered my focus for my quarry.
God, I love
There's
it.
some Glottsamacrab. One of my old crew, a mate on the grapnel, once tried to pluck a crab from the sea foam, when suddenly, wham! Overboard she went.
Hell yeah, brother. Go ahead and get me a fish. Yahoo! Oh, there you go. Yep. Gotta move your little hips. Oh, you're just digging in that, huh? Oh, you just threw it up here? What'd you get?
Where was I?
A glossum. Give me a sumbitch. It's not fully in my thing yet.
Fish wriggling out of the tin. The crab yanked her in by the nostril.
Sorry, bud. I don't mean to keep cutting you off. Ooh, look at that thing. He's pretty cool, man. Some fish adapt where others die. And in the swamplands of Kobo, most die. But not the Glottsamacrab. A solitary mollusk. It finds a home in whatever serves as a makeshift shell in a now mired swamp of Kobo. Such homes can take the form of discarded items, pieces, broken machinery, or, most disturbingly, the shells of other dead mollusciums.
Sometimes you have to strike first, no?
Yeah.
Do you really believe that?
A flexible compass may not serve you on the roiling waves of Manan, but it does make the seas of the soul easier to brook, no? Stay a moment, and I'll regale you with the next chapter of my tale.
I'm ready for the next chapter of your
The
tale.
tale continues.
Yes, it does.
When we last spoke, I warned of the grapnel's arrival. That great ship came descending on us like an anchor cutting the deep. Ne'er a more fearsome ship did you clap eye on. She was sharp, like a fish.
Like a fish.
nose of a bony fish.
Yeah.
She had 3 great claws. The landing gear. But when her great jaws parted, the loading ramp. Now, will you hush and let Skoova tell the story?
Beatty's ruining his
Her
whole
great
moment.
jaws parted, disgorging her dread crew. A more vile pack of fisher folk you never did see. And led by the vilest of them all, Captain Wanyek Wet. The bearded, bezel-less bug that he intended to fish in our waters. Trophy hunters they were, in search of the most rare catches. Well, we Sikavians refused refused. We had the great famine to contend with, see? Every fish was precious. But the ferocious captain didn't care for our troubles. With a belch, he produced from his creel a mighty harpoon.
A mighty harpoon.
Wee Skoova, hopping off of his rock. I know these waters like the taste of my own tongue. There'll be few fish beneath yon ice. But, continued I, if you take me with you, and if you leave my village be, I could show you how to coax the rarest of fishes onto your line. Aye. The dread captain stroked his briny beard. After a long moment, he held out his hand and grinned most terribly. Lad, said he, you be in luck. I'll be requiring another for my crew, one who knows the curve of the sea. Oh, Cal. If I could only go back to that moment when I shook Captain Wet's rigid hand. If only I'd never stepped off my wee rock.
Captain Wet.
My encounter with Undan had given me a taste for the unknown. I couldn't resist the call of adventure, and I had to save my people. So, I left with the grapnel, thinking the business done. I would be a fisher for Captain Wet. Of course, my adventure had only begun. For just when the grapnel hit orbit...
More trouble, I take it?
More trouble.
I've havered on long enough. Come back another time and I'll tell you more.
Skoova Stev story. I just fucking adore that little guy to pieces. Oi, mate. Hey, when you know, you know. What's up, Skoova Stev? This is my guy right here.
Isn't it a little dark down there for fishing?
A true fisher doesn't rely on the sun to do the seeing. A true fisher fishes with the mind.
With the mind.
Keep your eyes on this.
What you gonna get me, brother? I said a hip, hop, whoop. We got a barbed hookfish. And it never actually takes me to the fucking fish that he catches. I'm gonna wait a second. Barbed hookfish. Look at it. The barbed hookfish has evolved out of necessity to be a brutal predator. What? Other fish in the taxonomy? Why do I not know that word? Feed on krill and water-based nutrients. But the hookfish has developed a defensive exoskeleton and hooked fins for attacking other fish, and even birds who dare cross it. Hashtag reading. That's what somebody has to say. My For You page is the most random shit in the world.
You're asking yourself, how in the deep did old Skoova know where the fishy was hiding?
That's my question.
What you don't know is that the barbed hookfish always travels northward.
Always?
How does it always travel north?
Well, you see, north, it's a relative...
That thing ain't got no equilibrium.
But
Taxonomy. Okay, thank you.
Is more important than some cod migration pattern. Now for a story.
Yeah.
If you've the time.
I got the time, brother. Let's listen.
So, you wish to hear of a time on the grapnel with the crew of the dread captain Wanyak Wed?
Oh, yes, I do.
Let's hear it.
Aye.
Kick your feet
The
up, friends.
began with quite a bump. The moment the grapnel hit orbit, her claxons began to sing. A barrack ship full of lawful types swung out to the stars and hailed us. What be the meaning of this? Growled our captain. We're simple fisher folk.
Just fisher folk.
Transponder codes tell a different tale, came the reply. You be standing on stolen property, you do. Ah, you've rightful caught us, said the captain. Come on aboard, and I'll surrender what was stolen. But scarcely had the lubbers set boot on the deck of the grapnel, when wham! The captain's harpoon skewered them like a quailfish on a spit. No, you can't do that when you're running line, can you? Said the captain to me, grinning in his foulsome way.
Thank God for
I'm
subtitles.
sorry to say that I picked up the harpoon that black day.
No,
For
Skoova.
years, I did not toss a fish back into the sea when I caught her. Well, that is until... blubbering you to death. I'll continue my tale soon, lad.
Skoova Stev is great. The grapnel. All right, let's talk to Skoova.
What are you fishing for?
I'm hunting the ferocious mee. Did you know the mee was the very first fish we Skoova caught?
Wait, Skoova.
Must have been quite a day.
Aye, I was barely yay high back then. Skoova swam headlong into the creature's mouth.
Yeah, dig in that dirt, brother. What you got? Who? The Mee Fish.
But, plucky as I was, I couldn't digest me before fishing fellows pulled us out.
Hell yeah, buddy. The Mee Fish is a deceiver. It pretends. It presents in a. Yep. I forgot I was reading.
More like it caught you.
Aye, it takes me back. Stick around, boy, and I'll top us off with a tail.
I'm ready when you are, brother. Hit me with it.
Aye, so we return to my time on the Grapnel. Against the protestations of my heart, I forsook the rod and line for the harpoon. For years, we trawled the outer rim, spearing every fish that happened across our path. Talented as I was, I speared more fish than the rest of the crew. Put together, fool as I was, I didn't have the wisdom to be ashamed. The dread Captain Wanyak Wet took notice. He showered me in brevets, gave me the best of catches, and scarcely a year after I left Sakavitar, I became his first mate. Shortly after my promotion, we were on our way to Manan to sell the carcass of a gooberfish.
Of a gooberfish.
Just as we dove out of hyperspace and the great ocean world streaked into view, so did she.
Ooh.
The most glorious creature I'd ever beheld. A whale of marvelous proportion.
A bloody whale.
Through Manan's orbit like it was nothing but an easterly current back home. I was transfixed.
No kidding.
Transfixed.
How close did you get?
Funny you should ask. I didn't have long to set my eyes above before it crashed headlong into her. The grapnel bounced off her like chum off flotsam. We plummeted down to the ocean, sundering the grapnel on the sea floor, where a gang of pirate quarren were holed up. The filthy Zephyrs.
Damn Zephyrs.
We swam out to the ribbon hull and found ourselves surrounded by quarren, demanded all manner of things, including our bounty of fish. So, away we swam, Captain White, the crew, and myself. But, blind as we were at such depth, we shortly ran into a dead end, finding ourselves surrounded by quarren. Find me again, and I'll continue the tale.
Skoova Stev is the fucking goat, by the way.
Step tender, lad. This one's a rare catch indeed.
All right, hit me
What
with
is
it.
The fabled Farfish.
The Farfish.
Its tail is one riven with greed, soaked to the bone with tragedy.
Tragedy.
There are scant few far left on account of their succulent glands. But I do not intend to harvest the poor creature for its organs.
Go down there and get it then for me one time for the one time, brother.
Hey, buddy. Stem.
Ooh, there it is. The big mouth fa. Go ahead and show me what that thing is real quick. Look at him. Beautiful.
I intend to bring it back to the saloon, where I might one day find a mate for it.
Playing matchmaker, huh? You found another fish before?
No. But fishing's about leaving the world better than you found it. A ripple's only as good as the stone you cast.
True that.
Every tale, lad.
Let's get the tail going.
So, Skoova, whatever happened with the pirates?
So there we were, 4 quarren, armed with spears, each way a mind to make a mantelpiece of my wee rubbery head. I looked over to me captain, and he stared right back, waving his arms like a gooberfish in heat.
Like a gooberfish. You fucking goober.
Oh, for a black instant, I considered nailing those pirate quarren to the rocks with my harpoon.
My
Something
harpoon.
stopped me from pulling the trigger. Perhaps it was the sparkle that caught my eye. The sparkle of a passing glumbrig eel. What would those pirates say to a whole school of glumbrig eels? A crackle and a sparkle as they be, thought I. So I opened my wee mouth and emitted the mating call of the eel.
You speak eel?
Aye,
Terrible.
but I forgot to turn on me comb. We Skoova alone heard the cry. But that demented expression put such a fright on the quarren that it dropped the blasters. By the time they'd come to the senses, we were swimming away as fast as our flippers could carry us. It was only later, as we fled aboard the Zephyr's schooner, that I realized how close the real danger was. But I shall continue my tale next time.
I love Scuba Stev. That man jumped in a fucking hole that had nothing in it and caught a fish.
There was only the force.
No, Pods. There's only Carl.
It's me, bud.
Forgive the sore greeting, lad. I'm always on edge when fishing for the Fingerlip Garpon.
Finger for the Fishtank, Garpon.
And fierce as they come. But that doesn't deter the poachers. The poor Garpon, despite its rarity, is a delicacy for the black of heart and the rumbly of belly. In we go!
Go get it, buddy. Yahoo! Cannonball! Throw that son of a bitch up there. Yak 'em.
Ah, did you see that beauty?
I did.
2 plump fins. A fine compliment to glands.
A lot of glands. Look at him. Beautiful. Give him a little pet right there on his little nose bill thing.
A scrumptious, varicose tongue.
Fishing on an empty stomach, Skoova?
Not a varicose tongue.
I can't succumb to the passions of the stomach. The Garpon must live. I'd better get me mind off it. Spin your tail. Where did we end? Ah, yes. The monstrous Captain Wet, his crew and myself fled aboard the pirate schooner of the filthy Zephyrs. Well, fast as the morning thaw, I could tell something was off. Wanyek, he wouldn't look me in the eye. Oh, what a dreadful stench was a brew in his rotten beard. An augur of fate most ill. Wanyek took the helm, and with landing claws away, we flew to deep space, putting a few lifetimes between us and those pirates.
Hell yeah.
We found ourselves afield of the Parlymian Frilled Newt. As soon as the captain took his hand off the yoke, he put it on his harpoon and gave me a look like a half-starved tuca cat eyeing sprat.
Oh, no.
Snarled the vile captain. You've gone as soft as an oyster's navel. If I couldn't trust you to spare a quarren with your blaster in your mouth, I couldn't trust you to skewer the great Goober fish.
The great Goober fish.
Had me undone. In spite of my most rabid pleas, the captain jettisoned wee Skoova in an escape pod. The last thing I saw was his dread smile, crooked like a beeman's backbone. And so, my time aboard the grapnel met a briny end. Sitting alone in a pod, in deep space, with nothing but a tank of old cod and gash. I'll tell you more later, lad. The despair. Ugh, the stench.
The stench.
Enough to set my stomach a churn to this very day.
Marooned. Scuba Stev is, just the best, right? A full skill point. Oh my goodness, it's Scuba Stev. What's up, brother? Oh, my bad.
Have we walked in on another dangerous expedition?
Well, the feral Snakefish prefers the taste of crab, but would happily settle for your toe.
Are you sure all this is worth the risk?
There's great beauty in peril, lad. And these noble beasts...
There is
demand
beauty in
respect,
peril, I'll
you
give him
know,
that. Yeah.
As you'll see.
Hop on in there, Marin, watch out. Ahoo. He almost got you, Marin, just so you know. Not the snakefish. Oh, there, I just broke the whole game. All right, I gotta wait, I think. Wait for it. There he is, the snakefish. Look at that face. A face only a mother could love. God bless him. It thrives in the oasis of the Jedi deserts, where the frigid waters provide a natural coolant for the serpentine fish. Though the desert is barren, the snakefish requires only the barest amount to survive. The frequent sandstorms that pummel the high deserts often deposit nutrient-rich detritus debris in the pools, which can feed the snakefish for months at a time. Tell me a story, bro.
Blasted fish wife. Nearly bit off my damn flipper.
I almost got you, bro.
The cursed scalemonger. I'll have it for chum. I'll cut it with a rusted rudder.
So much much for a noble beast demanding great respect.
Yeah.
I'll deal with you later. Shall we continue, me sordid tale?
I'm so ready for more tales.
So Skoova, back to your story. Were you actually marooned in deep space by Captain Wet?
Maroon.
Aye, lad.
Captain
There
Wet.
I sat, tummy a rumble, gazing out at the void. My somber reflection staring back from the porthole.
My poor
Was it
buddy.
hours? Years? Neither would faze me. But I do recall this. After a term most interminable, there she was, like a bowsprit cutting through a crest. A great space whale, still sporting the grapnel's imprint on her side.
Not the space whale.
From a parted void. Aye, even now it brings the soap to my eyes. Her great blubbery undulations.
They say the soap to his eyes?
Through the stars like a goose-winged skiff. The stars swirled about like 100,000 fishes until suddenly I saw a planet below.
Hell yeah, you
My
did.
boat crashed, and there I was rescued by kindly locals.
Shout out the locals.
I'd been saved by this marvelous creature from the depths of space. I tried searching for her. Alas, to no avail.
No
She
avail,
eluded
brother.
me for years before I packed my satchel and headed home for Sakavi Tar. Most didn't believe what I'd seen. They say she was not but the terminal spasm of a starving salt's brain. But I know what I saw, lad.
I believe you.
I know
Hey.
what I saw.
I believe him
Because
100%.
when I returned home, things were not as I remembered them. But that be a tale for another time.
I look forward to it. Thank you, Skoova Stev. Hey, we got my guy Skoova Stev right here, bro. Everybody lock
Did you
in.
hear my words?
I heard you. Not sure I understand though.
He told me not to step on the fish.
Lad. A fisher must be master of all the senses, eh?
All the
We're
senses.
in the lair of the Fantailed Laa fish, the greatest smeller of things foul beyond the deep core.
Are you saying we smell foul?
You'll know the foul peach. Need to worry. Being clever, I can to apply the pungent musk of the Glottsamacrab to me suit. Oh, the old fishy won't know what hit him.
Go get it, buddy. Go get it. Oh. Dig. You're just standing on the water? He's so cracked. Look at him. Smack. Oh, and I got you. What an absolute... The Fantailed Laa. L-A-A. Don't poke me, BD. Now's not the time. Kind of cute, honestly. The Fantailed Laa occupies the scrappy, craggy pools that can be found between the Missis and the cliffs of Jedi. They are visually distinct when above the waterline. That's why he was standing. But when submerged, the dark green of their fins camouflages well against the shifting colors of the waters, allowing them to evade the talons of passing predators. Talk to me, buddy.
One of my fiercer quarries, but the Laa was no match for Skoova Stev and his
Ah, no match for bloody Skoova Stev.
You contributed a few smells of your own to the melee.
Yeah, buddy.
I owe you a debt of gratitude.
Don't mention it.
Don't mention it, bud.
Catch you later, laddie. And if you did rinse yourself off in the waters, I'd need mind.
Thanks, bro.
So, after years of searching for the great whale, I returned home to the frozen shores of Sakavi Tar.
Yeah,
Where
buddy.
the tale began. And this world on which I was weaned and warmed seemed but a moon to me careworn eyes. So small. I foot-slogged my way back to Undun's cave, but I found it empty and somehow colder than I remembered. You know, lad, sometimes the truth brings peace, and sometimes it brings sadness. The fish is nae always what you thought it would be when it bit the line. I dragged myself out of that cave and back to my village. And what I discovered next sent a spar through me thrice-pickled belly. All
Thrice-pickled.
kin, old and barren, ravaged by famine and cold. For none other than Captain Wanyik Wet had been fishing in their waters, sparing what few fish remained and taking them off-world. And so it was that I found myself once again in search of the dread captain and his crew.
Yet again, just as soon as you thought you fucking got out.
To liberate my very home.
Poor
When we
buddy.
next speak, I'll tell you what became of my crusade.
I'm so excited. I love you, Skoova Stev. I love you to pieces, brother bear. Ah. Is that Skoova Stev? Oh, my buddy. My
See you
buddy.
on my boots, my lad. And
Yeah.
that's old Skoova.
All right,
You
friend.
strike cutting fisherman.
Yes.
Not sure what you mean.
Me appearance, lad. Does it warm your shallows?
You're a beautiful
Does it
boy,
put the
Stev.
sea spray on your face?
Yes. You look nice.
You look nice, Skoova.
Let's hope the Frilled Newt agrees, laddie. I'll have to muster all my seaward charms if I'm to lure it into my grasp.
Oh, what the fuck you just... Whoop. Nope, don't mind me. Throw that little bastard in there. Yee. The Frilled Newt. We got a newt. Look at him. The Frilled Newt is technically not a fish, but a salamander. And quite a distinctive one at that. Nevertheless, they frequent the rock pools and waters of Kobo Dredger Gorge to rest and to hydrate. It is here they are most often caught, as when on land, they are entirely too evasive to pin down.
Seems it liked you.
Aye, don't be surprised. It is a great talent of mine.
Great
You
talent.
see, the Frilled Newt is the most sensual of sea folk.
Not sensual.
Skittish, except when it spies a potential mate. Hence my great vanity on this day.
Ooh.
It is a shame to deceive him, but I can offer a quiet home in my tank as a recompense.
Sounds fair to me.
Now, shall we continue my tale?
We should continue the tale, bud. Let's get it.
Aye, our story nears its end. I discovered that Captain Whit was plundering my very home seas for exotic fish.
Yeah.
And in the process, starving the old tars who raised me from a wee yoke. I spent many months in search of them. At long last, I discovered them on the salted shores of the third moon of Antine. I hied to Antine and trucked me foe to the Garacus Trench, a fissure sliced clean through the moon's heart. There, amongst the brine and black, I found him. Wanya Whit and his vile crew, surrounded by
Wanya Whit.
seals, spearing them with their harpoons.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Captain, I cried, you've broken your promise never to harvest the seas of Sakavitar. And I said, your command be forfeit if you dinna first swear my home waters.
That's right.
Oh, I'll scarce forget the snarl he issued as he turned to me, slow as a frozen reef, regarding me after years of thinking me dead.
Terrible.
He growled, is why you dinna toss the fish back into the sea. Before I could shake my flippers, the barb of his harpoon spun through the deep, and its hook pierced me in the chest.
Not his flippers.
My juices filled the water.
Not his
As
juices.
the vision grew dark, I espied Wanyek, smiling sharp as a fang.
Damn.
It's horrible, Skoova.
I told you, lad, that mine be a dark tale. I'll tell you more when next we meet.
I have no idea where his next location could even be at this point. Look who I just found. What you doing down here, laddie?
Skoova, hey.
What's up,
What's
brother?
beneath the surface this time?
Right.
These strange climes harbor a most mysterious resident, the Viscid Lurker.
Oh, Viscid Lurker.
There they love to nestle into the cozier reaches of the sea.
That's my buddy right here.
Too cozy for Skoova Stev.
Yeah, brother.
Nice, I think.
Give or take. Where'd I don't even have the gun stance. Skoova. I think I can also swim down there. If I'm not mistaken. Go ahead, throw it. Ooh, that one's like a bouquet of flowers. Well, look at shit, Jimmy. Wrong button. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm not worried about it. Talk to Skoova. Oh wait, there we go. Look at him. Dwells in the dark places of Kobo, shying away from natural light when it can help it. Same. And feeding on the waterborne mites and krill that are only found in sunless places, dangerous by nature. Their tendrils emit a sharp electric shock, enough to sting a grown species, but entirely lethal to those, to those a lurker considers its prey. The thing's gorgeous. I love that.
You know, I was famed for my lurker catching talents. Oh, and lad, I know what you'll say. Skoova, you were only prized for your skill in catching them on account of your wee stature.
A little bit, a
And
lot.
might be you're right, but you can no more fit a basilisk in a lurker's lair than an oyster in a thimble.
Sounds right to me.
He's a grower, not a shower.
You in a tale?
Yes, you can, bro. Let it
So
rip.
there I was, deep in the Garacus darkest trench, Wanyak's harpoon drilled through me paunch, watching the lights fade from my own eye.
Through me paunch.
The dread captain peeled his whiskers from his teeth and grinned a most ghastly grin. When
I gotta
suddenly,
pee.
I saw the glumbling eels a-swirl. It seemed that, in the midst of my distraction, they'd taken flight. It dawned on me. I recalled to me mind the great meeting call of the eels, my last hope. So, rousing my final gasp of air,
I love it.
sounded their shrill cry.
That sounded sexual.
Well,
I like it.
I'll tell you. The eels swarmed in an electric blaze. The dread crew scattered, and Wanyak, that damned Wanyak, that
One neck.
dread captain, was cooked like an evening quillfish.
Let's go!
As the eels smote him into the deep,
Smoked.
I felt consciousness run out of my ears. Darkness fell upon me. When I awoke, well, find me again, and I'll conclude my tale.
We have one tail left? We have one story left from him, bro. The grumbling eels. You one neck. Skoova Stev's my boy. Always and forever. God love him. No shot, dude. I think this is my last Skoova Stev.
Coward.
Hey, I'm gonna go kill this guy. I'll be right back. Probably my most proud accomplishment is this. Going around looking for all the chests and just picking up like one second, third to last chest. We've came across in the bygone settlement to Skoova Stev for, I believe, our final thing. Son of a bitch! If there's anybody else, I'm gonna scream. All right, Skoova, let's get it, baby.
Skoova?
Notice anything different?
Can't say I do.
You look cuter.
Hey, laddie.
Yeah, it's bluer.
It's a sparkle with grease. And you may ask, Skoova, you old salt, have you lost your rubber?
You
Are
old
planning
salt.
to
I'm gonna start calling my
cook
parents
yourself
that.
with the buttered chum?
Yeah.
The thought crossed my mind.
No, lad. I'll show you.
Go on in there. See a little free float. Let's go ahead and get that little fish, whatever he's about to catch. Come on, hit me with it. Yes, there's a little guy right there. The blue-finned crayfish. I think that's our last. Dude, I really do think that's our last guy. Blue-finned crayfish is a rarity in Kobo. Prospectors thought once to catch the elusive creature and sell it at a high price, but ended up declaring the fish a myth. However, the crayfish does exist, yet has evaded capture through the years by clinging to the underside of rocks and letting its fins sway like waves in rippling water. Even when spotted, its hydrodynamic body easily slips through grabbing hands. Look at that little fuck. He's scary looking. But I genuinely think... Did I just pass it? Flora and fauna, 100%, bro. It's my last fish. Skoova Stev. He's about to finish his story. Yeah.
Blue-finned crayfish is a fearsome warrior. Not just because its claws are sharper than the bristles on my lip.
On my
Also
lap.
because it's as slippery as a shiver pea taking an afternoon dip. So,
He just
how
says
do you
words.
find slippery? By being muckle slippery yourself.
Yeah,
I'll
buddy.
remember that next time I'm in a bind.
Slippery versus
Oh,
slippery.
I've only just begun, lad. If you've a moment, I'll continue my tale.
Oh,
When I
Skoova
awoke
Stev.
for my last duel with Wanyak, it was on
Wanyak.
the deck of a fishing schooner. It seemed my speared carcass had bobbed to the surface and been caught by a local fisher.
What about Captain Wet? Did he survive?
If that sack of seared slime yet plagues the galaxy, I've nae heard stem the stern of him, nor of his crew. Perhaps more importantly, the ordeal awoke me to the truth. I had no desire to spear fish, nor fisher.
Hell
I had
yeah.
no desire to cross harpoons with dread captains, or to skewer the deadliest fish. In the hurly-burly of it all, I lost sight of myself. The fisherwoman who caught me, she knew of a nearby world with a great multitude of fishes. Kobo.
Yes,
So
sir.
to Kobo did I go. And since, I've realized why I like to fish.
Why's that?
Because I like fish, Cal. I like shiny fish. I like big fish and small fish. I like fish with eyes splayed wide and fish with eyes pointed straight. I even like fish with no eyes at all. And I like seeing the face on lubbers like you when they realize just how many kinds of fish there are in this
There's a
galaxy.
bunch. There's a bunch,
That'd
man.
be my tale, Cal. Perhaps it was no as gloomy as I Kent.
You went through a lot. I'm glad you're okay, Skoova.
Oh, thank you, lad.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
Aye, lad. Go ahead and ponder. But don't ponder your years down the river. There's always another fish.
There's always another fish. There's always a bigger fish, bro. Put the damn gun. What you get the gun out for?
I tell you, lad, that metal shark in the sky is giving me splinters from head to toe.
I'm no fan of Star Destroyers either.
Do they know that fishes need sunlight to grow ruddy and strong?
Not sure wildlife preservation is on the Empire's list of priorities.
Oh, I'll be on their list of priorities soon enough.
Easy, Skoova.
All right, all right. I'll let him off the hook for now.
But yeah, let him off the hook for now. Get it? Another fish pun. But that's it. Right down here in this little pond, man. He got his last fish, which means our tank should be full, man. Our tank should be ready to go. Skoova Stev, you're the GOAT, brother. I'll see you back at the Pyloon Saloon. As we round the corner, here's our little fish tank. Look, there's some of the guys we caught. Look at them. Oh man, we're gonna talk to Skoova Stev, or I guess we can go and interact with this. There's all of our fish, man. Look, there's the one we just got with his little crabby hands. Oh man, they're all in here. I don't know them by name. I think that's the big mouth down there, big ugly son of a bitch. There's a snakefish. I know that much. Oh, dude. Our beautiful fish tank is all. Remember when it was all gross and mossy and just mildew and moldy? We got them. You can't see because of my head, but Fish Collector 12 of 12. The Barbed Hookfish, Big Mouth 5. Blinding Rayfish, Bluefin Crayfish, Fantailed Laa, Fingerlip Garpon, Frilled Newt, the Glottsamacrab, Glottsamacrab, there we go, Mee Fish, Sea Fish, Snakefish, and the Viscid Lurker. We got them all, brother. What you got to say, Skoova?
Well, lad, we've done it. A tank throbbing with the finest fish.
I thought you said throbbing.
A tale told to the utmost. An innocent young boy's eyes opened to the wide galaxy.
Something like that.
Yeah.
What's next for you?
I've been asking myself just that. In recounting my infamous annals, I've been... something's gnawing at my innards, lad.
What's getting you, brother?
A black notion that perhaps, just perhaps, one yet wit isn't truly dead. For Sakavitar, and for my own peace, I must know. Perhaps it'll be tomorrow, perhaps a year from tomorrow. But I fear I must pursue my dread nemesis one last time.
I understand. Hey, if you ever need anything.
I know, lad. I know.
My man's gonna go after a Wanyak. Skoova's tale may be over for now, but he's haunted by the hunch that perhaps Captain Wet is not truly slain. I think Captain Wet being an optional side or DLC boss, an optional side boss, or anything at any point in this game or the next game would be tremendous. But all in all, Skoova Stev went from just being just a little guy. I forget there's no photo mode in this game. He went from being a little guy out there hunting men and fish alike to learning that he loved fish. And that's what he wanted to do. He just go out there, fish them up, collect them in his tank, all the rare fish, take care of them, protect them. Skoova Stev, probably the best character in this game. He gets a chef's kiss, and I hope at some point we get to slay for sure Captain Wet. Little bitch. We love you, Skoova. Skoova Steve.